Now you might be thinking to yourself, didn't you guys drive a Taycan earlier this year? Yes, we did. Ernest had the great opportunity of driving a Taycan base earlier this year, and early last year, I had an opportunity to drive the Taycan Turbo S. Today, however, I do have a slightly different Taycan for you. This is the Cross Turismo, and it's aimed at somebody who wants an electric car, but at the same time has a bit more of an adventurous spirit. So you might be thinking to yourself, what's so different about this car compared to the other Taycans that we've reviewed? Well, let's find out. So we've parked the car like this because we want to focus on the rear of the vehicle. The biggest difference between this car and a normal Taycan is the rear. As you can see, this car looks more like a station wagon or a crossover, whereas a normal Taycan looks more like a sleek coupe-style vehicle. With the Cross Turismo, you get roughly 60 liters more boot space, and if you put your back seats down, you get over 1,200 liters of boot space. Perfect for a person who loves a weekend away. You'll also notice that there's black cladding around the entire vehicle, which makes it more scratch resistant should you be driving on a gravel road. Speaking about a gravel road, all Cross Turismos come standard with air suspension, which means you can do this. Should you want your Cross Turismo to go even higher, you can opt for the off-road design package, which will give you an extra 30 mils. The inside of the Cross Turismo is very much the Porsche Taycan we've come to know and love. But as a recap, we need to remind ourselves just how much of a digital experience this whole vehicle is. It feels like you're in the future when you're sitting inside this car. But at the same time, it's not too intimidating to use the features that it comes with. What I do like is that there's still tactility. For instance, I can simply press a button and the vehicle reacts, so it doesn't feel too far removed from a normal Porsche experience. Electric cars are an interesting topic because when you think about electric cars, the first thing that comes to your mind is efficiency, the lack of an engine. You're thinking green, you're thinking about saving the environment. But when it comes to power, there's something about electric vehicles that can always put a smile on your face, and that is this. And can you believe it? This baby blue Porsche produces 360 kilowatts and 650 Newton meters. This is the Taycan Cross Turismo 4S, but all you need to know is that this car is immensely fast. It's got an overboost function that will give you 420 kilowatts if you want to launch it, and when you do launch it, you'll do 0 to 100 in 4.1 seconds. In terms of range, we know that electric vehicles are guilty of giving us range anxiety. I've been driving this car for a day now, and I've been going out and about doing my normal routes. I've currently got 358 kilometers of range, and when I picked up this vehicle, it had 411 kilometers of range. And of course, everything changes depending on how you're driving, but even in normal mode like this car is always trying to be as efficient as possible. So that means your day-to-day commute should be taken care of unless you're driving more than 400 kilometers, which I know most of us don't. The thing about this vehicle is that it's not all about power or about efficiency, it's about being able to be more adventurous. And because this is the Cross Turismo, this car essentially should allow me to use a gravel road. Because the whole point of the Cross Turismo is that it's supposed to be the Porsche that you can take out and about and go on holiday with. So far, at a normal speed of about 40 kilometers an hour, it feels no different to the tar road. The only difference that I do feel is more about what I can hear. Because the vehicle is so quiet, on a road like this, you actually hear the fact that you're on gravel more than feeling it. There's no vibrations on my bottom, there's no vibration to the steering wheel, and I promise you I could be just driving on a tar road. The Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo is definitely a welcome vehicle for those who want to do slightly more with their electric car. The only thing is, for this specific model, you're looking at approximately 2.6 million rand, which is a lot of money. But you know what they say, money can't buy you happiness, but it can sure get you an electric car that can go off-road with ease.